We hiked and camped to the TMB, and in this video I'm breaking down everything we packed.
So this is how my backpack looked when we started our TMB, and the weight is about 10.8 kilos. And so we did the hike in 9 days. It was 5 days of camping, 2 nights in a hut and 1 night in a hotel. And the only gear I'm not carrying in my backpack is the tent. So I hiked with my partner Julio, and the great thing when you hike with someone is that you can share the load. So we always share the items, so that Julio, he carries the tent and then I carry the cooking gear. And the backpack is 55 liters and it's not even full. So if I would do the hike by myself, there would still be space to put my one-person tent, and that would add about 1.6 kilos of weight. So let's see what's inside. And now on the outside, okay, I have my cap is here. Well, this one obviously I'm just going to be wearing while I hike. And also the pole. Okay, so let's start with the clothing. So first I have my hard shell rain jacket. And this one I would not do any hike without packing this. Then also got rain pants. I think these are very important if you're hiking in the Alps, because yeah, it can rain a lot. And also I like to wear these if I'm camping. These also work as in a way like camping pants. For me, just wearing the camp legging is not enough, so I put the rain pants on to like insulate better, to keep me warm. So yeah, there's 2 functions for them. Then I got my down jacket. This one as well, super important. I would not hike anywhere without this. Then I've got socks. So I have 2 pairs of hiking socks, and then I would just, wash them every few days. And then I got 1 pair of camping socks to wear at camp. Then I have hiking shorts. And then I packed hiking shirts, like long sleeve hiking shirts. So this one I would wear while hiking if it's a very cold day. Because again, well, we did the hike in September, so we knew the weather can be more unpredictable and colder. So yeah, and this was a good choice because there were some mornings that were really cold. So I started like hiking with this. And then I packed two hiking t-shirts. And then my camp clothes would be like a long sleeve merino wool shirt. So it's also what I wear while sleeping. Like, doesn't matter if it's in the mountain hut or in the tent. So I have this one, and then to pair with that, I have leggings, just normal, these are just basic cotton leggings. So these are what I would wear in the camp or in the mountain huts. And then for hiking, I have another like proper hiking legging, because again, if it's a very cold day, I would hike with these. And on Mont Blanc, yeah, there were a few days that were like, especially in the morning, it was so cold. So for me, I really needed these. And what else? Then I packed 3 pairs of underwear, and then 2 bras, and then gloves. Again, for the Alps, these are very important. I was wearing these in the mornings, because the mornings, they are the coldest. The coldest times of the day. So yeah, these were very useful. And then I had my neck warmer. However, this one I didn't end up using as a neck warmer, but I use this one as a pillow as well. So what I do is I use my down jacket, I stuff this one and put it inside. Like this. So it's like nice and firm. And I think that's everything for clothing. Yes. And then let's move on to the camping gear. So on Mont Blanc, Julia was carrying this tent. It's a 3-person tent. We like comfort and space. So, it's not the smallest tent out there, but for us, we really like this one, and the weight is like 2.8 kilos. But if I would do the hike by myself, I would carry the one-person tent, and this one is 1.6 kilos. And then moving on, let's see, let me take this mat here. So the mattress, very important, and I actually had a little debate whether to carry the foam mattress or the inflatable mattress, because obviously, well, this one's very compact, lightweight, and comfortable. This one, I mean, it's lightweight, but it's bulky. I kind of don't like how it is, you know, so wide, it's outside the backpack, kind of, yeah, it takes a lot of space. Like, it's a bit awkward to carry. But what I really love to use this one for is to sit on it while I'm taking break. So since it's outside the backpack, it's so easy and quick to lay it there on the ground and then sit on top of it. And, you know, it's big, so it fits both of us. And then what else? Camping? Well, flip-flops. Yeah, super important to let your feet as well like rest. Like, you don't always want to be wearing your boots. So yeah, I always carry flip-flops as my camp shoe. And what else? Okay, towel. Yeah, I have a microfiber towel. It's not that big, but it's enough for me. And then let's see, so I carry the kitchen. So we have this pot, it's from Decathlon, I think it was 10 euros. It is kind of bulky, but actually for us, the size is perfect, because what we do like to cook, we make porridges and soups and things like that. So for 2 persons, the size is actually very good. So the thing, like, we never invested much on like a nice, you know, cooking pot. Like, we've been using this for like 5 years now and it's still fine. And so on the inside I got the stove itself. So this one I really love. It's, you know, it's very lightweight, super compact. And I keep a lighter inside as well. And then we got 2 plates. And also I carry the gas. So for Mont Blanc, we actually carried this size. I think, yeah, the net weight is 227 grams. And this one was enough. So we camped for 5 nights and we made our like dinners and breakfasts with the stove. So this gas was enough. Then also my cup kupsa for drinking delicious coffee in the mornings. And then the tent lights. This one as well. In a way, maybe this is a bit of like a luxury item. Because if you're carrying like a headlamp, so that could be enough that you can use it inside your tent as well. But since we knew that we're going to camp quite many days, and it was September, so you know the sunlight situation is more limited. So we thought we're just going to carry like a proper light. And actually, so yeah, I did carry a headlamp as well. That's here on the top. So yeah, I also have the headlamp. However, the first night we did a bivouac. After I started using this like 1 or 2 minutes, the batteries ran out. So remember to check the batteries before you head out. I mean, for the rest of the trip, yeah, it was useless. I was just carrying this for nothing. But that's why it was lucky that we still had this one, because then this one, you actually charge it with the power bank. So yeah, this one kind of saved us. Because also the same thing happened to Giulio. He had his headlamp as well, but that lasted a bit longer, maybe like 20 minutes. But then that one also, the batteries ran out. So yeah. And what else for camping? My sleeping bag. So it's here on the bottom. Maybe I'll take it out from this end. So yeah, this is my sleeping bag. It's quite big because I need it warm. So I really need a nice and comfortable sleeping bag. And this one, it has the comfort zone, it's -6 Celsius. So this one it's a proper like warm sleeping bag. It's down-filling, so it's very good quality. I've been using it for many years now and really love it. And to go with the sleeping bag is the sleeping bag liner for Hygiene. Okay, and what else for camping? Let's see, here are the top pockets. I keep few items for camping. So yeah, it's my spoon. Spoon for eating. And actually another thing Julio is responsible for is the knife. So he carries the knife. And I think that one is everything for the camping. Okay, let's move on to hygiene and health. So I think here on my top pockets, I have a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I have my little skincare products, because yeah, I do care about skincare, so I always carry like a face cleanser with the cotton pad so that I can properly clean my face from sweat, dirt, just everything, just proper, like clean it properly. And then I have my face cream, and then, okay, there's the toothpaste and toothbrush. So this is my little kit. And then also sun cream, so very important. I have a special one for the face only, so facial sun cream, and then just another type of sun cream for the rest of the body. Then a hairbrush, and well, deodorants. Okay, let's open here. So yeah, for washing up, we have like this shampoo with conditioner. So this one I really like it. So like concentrated, it does everything. Has a nice smell as well. And then for another washing liquid for doing laundry and washing the dishes. So we also, for the dishwashing, we have this little sponge. And so these are both biodegradable, so they are like environmentally friendly. And then let's check the inner pockets. Here I carry the first aid kit. I got earplugs, because yeah, like on a mountain hut for sure, I could never sleep without earplugs. There's always someone is snoring there. But also on the camp, when we camp, yeah, I do like to wear earplugs. And then I carry a bunch of bags. So let's see, so just normal like trash bags, so that we can take our trash down from the mountain. And then also one good tip is that I always save one bag for my sleeping bag. Like even though you have the rain cover for your backpack, that's not gonna protect all your stuff. Like if it's really raining heavily, something's gonna get wet. So I take one of the trash bags, and then I just put my sleeping bag inside it. The last thing I want, like when I finish a day hiking under the rain and when I need to camp, I don't want my sleeping bag to be wet. Like for me, that's the worst thing that could happen while camping, like a wet sleeping bag. That's a big no-no for me. But this one, it's so simple and it really works. And then the Ziploc bags. I have these big ones, and this one I would use for laundry. And then outside my backpack, I carry another little Ziploc bag, and this is for the toilet paper. So when you are hiking and camping, you should leave no trace, so that also means that you take your toilet paper away. So this one I keep on the outside of my backpack, which brings me then to the toilet paper. So always, yeah, just little tissues that I carry here on my little side pockets. And then some mixed, like general items that are very important though. I have a water bottle, like one big one that is good for collecting water. And then here I carry the filtered water bottle as well. And on as well, last item in the top pocket, sunglasses. So this as well, like most likely I would be hiking with these on. So that one is empty. The inside pocket is empty as well. What do we have left? to the food items. Okay, entertainment, Kindle. So this one as well, I like to read something, have some sort of entertainment when you are camping. And then for the electronics, I carry a power bank and then all the cables together. So I have the cable for the phone, camera, watch, yeah, that's about it. And then another item that is super important to me is my fanny pack. Even though, I don't know, it might look a bit dorky, but for me, I cannot hike without this. So here I can access to all my essentials like really fast, you know. So I have my GoPro here, got the map, lip balm, which has the sun protection. So this is actually very important. If you're in the mountains, you need to have a lip balm that has sun protection. And then got my phone. Then I also actually have my watches here, but obviously, yeah, this one will be on my wrist while I hike. So yeah, this one, the fanny pack, is super important. And the last thing missing is the food. So since we camped for many nights, we wanted to also cook most of our own meals. However, that doesn't mean that you need to carry a lot of food from the beginning. Because on Mont Blanc, the great thing is that you can restock in many places. You can eat at the huts, or you will go through towns where you can eat proper food, get like proper plates from the restaurants. So these are the food items that I carried from the beginning. So I carried 3 packages of freeze-dried meal. Then there were oats, and this bag is for 2 people and 2 breakfasts. Then there are a bunch of energy gels. Then there are a bag full of coffee and tea. Then we carried a few packages of noodles to have as a lunch for the first 2 days. And for hydration, we had isotonic tablets and some power bars for quick snack. So yeah, that was all the food that we carried from the beginning. And then we started restocking, for example in Chapex-Lac, they have a mini market. Then the Chapiot, Gourmalière, obviously that's a big one. And I think that's it. My pack, it's empty. So that's all the stuff I carried for the Tour de Mont Blanc for 9 days. And if you have any questions about some of the gears that we use, let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.